Hi there, it's Miss M, and today I want to talk about increasing your child's language during daily routines. Every month, I send home a handout with my monthly newsletters and calendars to the families of my students, and it comes from Jenna Rayburn's Early Intervention Parent Handouts, this daily routine set 2, and you can find those over on Teachers by Teachers. Now, for my families, you get these with your calendars, and so this month I am sending home increasing language at bath time. And I wanted to talk a little bit about this, not only for my families, but anybody that might need a little bit of maybe extra ideas as you're going through these handouts. Jenna does a really great job of outlining all the different things that you can do during bath time. So I just want to give you a couple of reminders and tips on how to structure your bath time routine, or maybe the things that you can do to enhance your child's speech and language development. So the first thing I always like to think about is the environment. Now, for some kids, bath time is really, really fun. And for some kids, bath time can be not their favorite activity. And so we want to think about why it's not their favorite activity. Now, sometimes it just isn't, because they'd rather be doing something else. And so for those kinds of situations, I always recommend trying to include something that the child really likes in bath time. So if they really like Pete the Cat, I don't know why that's the first thing that came to my mind, but maybe there's a Pete the Cat bathtub toy or manipulative that can go with them into the bath. Maybe it could be a good story time for you. You could pull the child's favorite Pete the Cat book, as long as you're the one holding it, while they're in the bath, and read some of the story, and then talk about how Pete also takes baths, and talk about Pete washing his hair and scrubbing his arms, or things like that. So always kind of maybe get creative on how is my child's how are you going to get their buy-in? If it's something, where they just don't like baths because they'd rather be doing something else. Now, sometimes it could be a sensory thing. Maybe the water is not their favorite feeling. Maybe the lights are really bright in your bathroom. Maybe, it's really echoey sometimes in bathrooms. So just things to think about, and how you might want to change the environment a little bit to adapt to your child's needs. Another thing that's really awesome about bath time routines is that you have a really great opportunity to already be at your child's level, because typically you might be sitting on the outside of the bathtub and your child's in the bathtub, so you can get really face to face with them, right? So when you're holding up toys and you're talking about them, or you have the bubbles and you're saying pop, Jenna does that in our outline. So she talks about holding things by your mouth so that way your child can see how you're moving your mouth to make their sounds, or just to get more attention, more of that joint attention, maybe the eye contact between you and your child, and then them looking at the bubbles. That's that joint attention, when your child is sharing an idea about something else with you. So that could be really great. Another idea would be bring in some different toys. So maybe you've got farm animals one night, maybe you've got ocean animals another night, maybe you've got vehicle or transportation toys that can go in the bath another night. And so you can do all these things and work on sounds that way. You can work on animal sounds, you can work on the different sounds that cars and trains and planes make. So you want to make sure that that's also something that you can incorporate into that and make it really fun. Remember to stay animated, to stay excited, to repeat all of those really fun, maybe functional words like up and down. Maybe our arms go up and down to splash. And then remember to use your hands when you're talking. So you are splashing while you move, you're saying splash while you move your hands to splash. You're saying up when you move your arms to go up, and down when you move your arms to go down. Just like you might say eat while you do the sign for eat, or more while you do the sign for more. Things like that, because when we do that we build a nice bridge for our little ones who are still developing those expressive language and receptive language skills. We have that bridge, and we're giving them more ways to communicate and more ways to get their needs and wants met, and also to just understand what it is that we're saying, because when we do this for splash, we have a familiar gesture that helps us understand the word itself. Plus, you're doing it in the context of the bath, which makes perfect sense because there's water right there. So those are some ideas to go along with this handout that you're getting this month. Again, if you are not one of my families and you want to find this handout, you can find it over at Speech Room News on Teachers Pay Teachers, along with some other fabulous handouts and activities that Jenna has put together. All right, friends, that's it for today. I will talk to you next time and maybe be sharing another one with you next month. All right, bye-bye.